Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Conejo Oaks Baseball. I'm Josh Mechanic, alongside Max Schwartzberg, as we have somehow reached the final two games of the CCL regular season. We're down here in Compton, California, at the MLB Youth Academy, as the Oaks are getting ready to take on the Barons in the penultimate game of the 2024 CCL regular season. The Oaks are coming off a win yesterday. That was an 8-2 victory over the Orange County Riptide back home at Sparky Anderson Field. And looking to continue the good vibes against the Compton Barons today with Tommy Kendlinger back in the lineup for the first time in a week. Well, Max, we've somehow reached the last weekend of the season. Tomorrow, last home game for the Oaks. Today, last road game. What do we need to see the Oaks do in these final two games to get them ready for the playoffs?
Well, yeah, I talked to Coach Solis yesterday because it was a bullpen game. You know, they're trying to set up their rotation to be in line for the postseason, which is going to begin next Wednesday. Got another one going today, and yesterday it was an excellent job from the pitching. Of course, the offense showed up, as they always do, but it's going to come down to having a great pitching performance. You know, the Barons, they're playing good baseball as of late. The Oaks are still undefeated against MLB Academy this season, and it'd be a really cool feat for them to make it a clean sweep of the summer, but all comes down to pitching at the end of the day.
And for the Barons, who had been playing really good ball as of late, have seen themselves fall into a little bit of a skid since losing 16-4 against the Oaks earlier this week. Since then, the Barons have lost a couple more, seeing the losing streak advance to 3 games and trying to break that today against the Oaks. Led today, this Oaks lineup is by Tommy Kendlinger for the first time in about a week. He's followed by George Baker in the 2 spot, playing catcher. Jack Brooks hits third at shortstop today, moving to the infield. Justin Rubin is the designated hitter, batting 4th, with Nick Leahy hitting 5th. Josiah Chavez bats 6th, he's in left field. Jordan King's playing second base, hitting 7th, with Max Audet at 1st, and Lucas Daniewicz, sort of a second leadoff man, rounding out the lineup in the 9 spot. The Oaks are going to be facing Dante Zamudio, who's a two-way guy for the Barons. The last time that these two teams faced, Zamudio was the starting third baseman for the Academy. Today, he gets the start on the mound. Zamudio has been their best pitcher. Nearly 40 innings, 35 to be exact, a 2.06 ERA. Did represent the Barons in the CCL Showcase game. And the first pitch to Tommy Kendlinger misses down for a ball. Tommy had become the Oaks' everyday leadoff man for picking up a bit of a nag. Just been dealing with a lower leg injury. He hits one on the ground to shortstop. Dylan Lena sets his feet and throws out Tommy, who does look to be running well. I'm sure the Oaks are going to keep an eye on him every single time that he runs down the line. Definitely want to make sure he's all good come playoff time.
Yeah, we actually did last see Tommy this past Tuesday here at the MLB Academy, and of course, just dealing with a little bit of things. He's okay, but you want to make sure that he's get locked and ready to go for the playoffs. So giving him a couple days off, of course.
Zamudio has struck out 36 batters in 35 innings, and he hits George Baker. Breaking ball that bounces into the front foot of George, and he reaches. That is the second time that Baker has been hit by a pitch this summer, and it provides a base runner for Jack Brooks. Brooks' numbers have continued to rise as of late. OPS and average keep on climbing. We saw Jack get off to a bit of a slower start this summer, but has really picked it up and has the OPS over 700 That's due to his .380 on base percentage and his 4 extra base hits, including 3 triples.
No doubles and 3 triples. You don't always see that.
This one gets away. Baker will advance. Yeah, it's because for Brooks, anytime he hits a gapper, he doesn't stop at second. He's quick enough to get to third just about every time. The last 2 triples he's hit have gone to that left center field gap, and even with the ball hit to left, he's had no trouble getting to third base. Now up there with the runner in scoring position. 1 out. Favorable 2-0 count. Goes after it and lifts it into left center field. Drifting over is Cisneros. He comes in to make the play. Well, the Barons line up defensively with Raymond Jenkins in left, Andy Cisneros in center, and Jacob Klinowski in right field. And then the infield is Colin Taylor at third, Dylan Lena plays shortstop, Efren Ortega is the second baseman, and Andrew Kirkner is at first base. The catcher is Adam Arroyo, who we saw for the Barons on Tuesday. Batters Justin Rubin has his batting average over 400 now, which is not even first on the team. Guy on the on-deck circle, Nick Leahy, hit 440. Rubin's 1123 OPS, which is just a ridiculous clip, is also second, right behind Nick Leahy's 1172 mark. The two of them have been excellent. Breaking ball that Rubin watches miss. Good stop back there by Arroyo. While this might seem like a meaningless game as far as the standings go, with the Oaks already having the #1 seed locked up and the Barons eliminated from playoff contention, the Oaks are still vying for that best record overall in the CCL. As Justin Rubin hits this one into left field, that's going to fall for a hit. George Baker gets the wave home. The throw is cut off. Rubin finds himself caught between first and second base. Baker scores as Rubin is tagged out. That's going to be interference. Justin Rubin does a nice job of staying on the rundown long enough that he runs into the second baseman Ortega and earns himself the free base.
Well, yeah, Rubin was trying to turn around, and Ortega was just kind of right in his way. I don't think it would have really affected where the ball was at the time, but that's an immediate call right away, even if the ball's not immediately there.
Well, that's something that you're taught from a young age when you're working on rundowns, is to never cross the base path. You're always supposed to pick an angle and then peel off for that exact reason. Even if it's not going to affect the play you get run into, it's going to be interference on the defensive player. The Oaks stay alive, and Rubin's in scoring position. High strike called on Nick Leahy. For Justin, that's RBI number 21. Right behind Austin Carrillo's 23 to lead the team. That's a strike on the outside corner. 0-2.
Well, Leahy loves hitting here. Last Tuesday, 6 for 6.
That game was the climax of what's been a really nice couple of weeks for Nick Leahy offensively. Been swinging the bat well all summer, but the production that we've seen from him at the plate lately has been pretty impressive. Mentioned that 441 average, 1172 OPS, 8 doubles and 2 triples for Nick. Watches the breaking ball miss outside.
Arroyo trying to sell it by walking off the field. He kind of ran right into Nick Leahy, and you could see him side-eye him right there.
Arroyo wanted that. Didn't get the call. It's now 2-2 on Leahy. And he chops this one foul, stays alive. Leahy out of UC Davis. Playing in a very competitive Big West Conference. A lot of good baseball schools. Another 2-2 coming to Nick Leahy. Breaking ball got him swinging. Leahy goes down on strikes as Rubin stranded on second base. But the Oaks come through with one in the top of the first inning. Alejandro Hueso, making his first start of the year, is already pitching with a lead. Well, the Oaks closer, Alejandro Hueso, is getting the start today in a bullpen game for the Oaks. The plan is that they want to stretch out Alejandro, see how long he can work. He's pitched 13 2/3 innings in 11 games. 8 of those appearances have been outings that he has finished the game on the mound, including 3 saves. Hueso, a guy who you could definitely say was snubbed from the CCL Showcase game. He's got Jimmy Welsher in a quick 0-2 hole. Welsher, the designated hitter for the Barons, hits one right back at Alejandro, and he catches the line drive. Welsher moves up to the leadoff spot today for a guy who just recently became a hitter. He is followed in the lineup by Andrew Kirkner and then Dylan Lena. Jake Klinowski is the cleanup man with Colin Taylor batting 5th at third base. Adam Arroyo hits 6th. He's the catcher. With the left fielder Raymond Jenkins batting 7th. Andrew Cisnero in center field batting 8th. And Efren Ortega rounding out the lineup for the Academy. First pitch swinging from Kirkner, who lofts one into left field. Josiah Chavez takes a few steps back, and he makes the play. 2 quick outs for Hueso.
Things you love to see. And 2 quick, weak contacts. That was a very soft comebacker to the mound, and then, as you mentioned, just kind of lofted it in the left field. Lazy fly ball.
It's 2 outs on 4 pitches for Alejandro. And it brings up Dylan Lena. Lena, a 262 hitter. 790 OPS. Always tends to be very aggressive. Likes going after the first pitch. Is the team leader in at-bats and plate appearances for the Barons. And he hits this one sharply. Hits off the mound, making it an easy play for Jordan King. And it's a very quick 1-2-3 first inning for Alejandro Hueso. They're not sure how many they can get from him, but a 6-pitch first is definitely the way you want to start. We head to the second with the Oaks leading 1-0. We are back here in the top of the second inning and are joined in the broadcast booth by a very special guest. That is one of the best players for the Conejo Oaks, 4-time member of the Oaks, Austin Carrillo.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Pleasure. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, we're excited to have you on. We were just talking about it. Been with the Oaks for 4 years and first time on the broadcast.
Yeah, definitely something new. Did not expect this to be in today's plan, but definitely a good opportunity. I mean, looking at what Mookie's done in the MLB, specter, I feel like this is a good little opportunity maybe for me after my playing days are over.
But yeah, it's definitely something to experiment with. Of course, you're not entirely sure what the future holds. You got any idea what you're going to be doing in the fall?
So the plan is hopefully, I get a contract within the next couple of weeks to hopefully play professional, and that'd be a good kind of stepping stone of what I want to do. But yeah, that's what it's going to look like. Whether it's an indie ball partner league contract, Mexico, that's kind of my number one right now. Is I want to go play in Mexico as a dual citizen. It's always been a dream of mine, and hopefully one day playing for the Mexican national team in the WBC. So that would be a awesome opportunity that I would want for myself. And then also talking with my advisor, hopefully some winter leagues in Puerto Rico or Australia, and then let's see from there on out. Maybe spin my way back to affiliate or still another indie ball contract in the spring. So that's kind of the plan right now, and I think I'm in a good spot, whether it's baseball or the workforce. So I know I'm happy, and what, Chavi?
Tough play, Jai Chavez. So I know obviously you want to continue playing, but have you ever thought about potentially coaching in your future?
Yeah, so I've done a little bit of coaching, not in the high school or college ranks, but more of the youth and travel ball, and I've definitely enjoyed that. I think that's helped me a lot for my development as a baseball player. I did it last fall for, your old alma mater, Calabasas, high school, their Wolfpack travel ball team, with your old coaches, and that was a joy. And I've done it too with my old travel ball, Total Baseball Vipers. So that's obviously, something I would pursue as well. I would want to do college and high school. I think that's something that I can dabble in and hopefully spread my knowledge of the game and passion for the game to those young bucks.
Well, yeah, you're definitely a player. There's certain guys that stand out that could be a coach more than others, and someone like you who just knows the game really well, plays the game the right way, that's something that's great to pass on to the youth, where nowadays we see baseball is changing a lot. You got to get that hard nose, keeping in it,
Yeah, especially the last couple of years, I've seen that the college baseball and even high school baseball changed dramatically with the NIL and obviously the transfer portal. I'm glad when I first, started my recruiting process where the transfer portal really wasn't a thing, and I found a good home at Cal Lutheran and was able to get a good education out of it. Obviously, I didn't end my quote-unquote college career at Cal Lutheran, but still having good ties with them and being able to go back every day, obviously at our field is home for them. Being able to see the coaches and talk with them and catch up is a really good experience. So I think going back into coaching, I would want to be able to be a player development guy and be one-on-one with the guys, because I know for me that was a big thing that I like to experience with coaches, a one-on-one, and be able to have that relationships with the players and be able to coach them individually.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed. I feel like you've always built good relationships here with these coaches with the Oaks. And if that's not something that just kept you coming back?
Yeah, obviously, I love all the coaches. It's Dave, Cody Raymer, who's with us my first 2 years, Parker all 4 years, and Joe and Jose. Just those relationships and personal, I guess you can say, bonds with them helped me not only on the field but off the field, whether it's the job search, being able to be a better man. That's what I take from my time here in the Oaks, that they taught me more for off the field rather than on field performance, which I like both of the aspects of a coach.
Jordan King's in a 2-2 count with Chavez on first. Well, yeah, that's something that's so big too with collegiate development. You don't know how many of these guys are going to continue their baseball careers once college baseball is done. So it's just so important for you to build those off the field relationships and get better as a person rather than just a baseball player.
Exactly, and I think looking back on my college career, it's been quite a while, but I cherish more of those off the field relationships with my teammates and coaches. Oh, nice shot. Oh
Shot
boy,
right past the third baseman, Colin Taylor, into left field. Give Jordan a hit for that.
that's got to be a hit, man. I mean, that. Let's see what the survey says, but I got us a hit. That's a hard on the button. Yep, there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Survey says hit. I mean, that guy's been swinging it all summer. He's been really good for us. I think this lineup compared to previous lineups are just so deep 1 through 9. All of us can bang. Even guys that are not playing that day off the bench can bang. I think it's just a really special group of guys that actually come to the field every day and want to win and want to get better and develop as a person and a player. And I think it shows with our success this summer and hopefully continue on to today. Uh, and then obviously next week. But I think these players, man, it's just been different with these guys, and I saw it week one and from the different teams that I've been a part of that have actually been really good teams that I thought were really good, and I think just this group is special.
When you can see it too, not only on the field but just in the dugout before games, during games, after games. You guys just seem to have like a really strong bond.
Oh yeah, we have a really good team chemistry, and it's hard to do with uh, guys meshing from different parts of the United States, different schools, different backgrounds. It's really hard to mesh really quickly, and I think uh, we as a whole has just been really open and welcoming and being able to, just have fun with each other. I think we have a really, really strong and fun environment that allows us to play free, and it shows. And people can be themselves. People don't have to be more than who they are, and you just see that translate to success on the field.
Right, and that comes from the coaching staff
Oh
down,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
why the Oaks have just always
yeah,
seemed to be a successful program.
yeah.
The 1-2 comes to Maxaw Day. He rolls it foul. Still first and second for the Oaks. Nobody out in the top of the second inning. Well, we've seen you've been a part of some really good Oaks teams, but we saw last year it was kind of a grind for the team to get just into the playoffs.
Hmm.
Some guys weren't as locked into the summer, but this year with the team finishing in first, it seems like everyone wants to be here and everyone wants to win that championship.
Yeah. Obviously, last year's team was a little different just because. Ooh.
Ooh, ground ball hit to first base, on to second for one. It's going to be hard to turn two, and they cannot do so. The Oaks still have runners in the corners and just one out.
Yeah, just going back to that. Last year's team was just a grind. A lot of guys, didn't have a lot of solidified, roles and just opportunities that they felt that were should have been given to them. And obviously, this year's team is just honed in on their role and know that they have a job to do every day, and that's just getting better and being able to develop as they're a better player than they were yesterday. And I think, man, everybody on this lineup has just gotten better throughout the summer. I mean, even pitchers on the pitching staff just gotten better. Oh boy, Dano.
Yeah, that's another hit for Lucas Daniewicz. Another guy who's been swinging it so well lately. Today he's hitting ninth, but we've seen him in the leadoff spot. Just goes to show what you've been talking about, how deep this lineup
Exactly. And he's a guy that gets after it every single day. Being able, he comes from my alma mater, Cal Lutheran. Uh, just picking his brain through the summer, and I know that he was a consistent role player for them in the spring, and just being able to show that here as well. In whatever role he's been, like you said, leadoff spot. He's been in the 2-hole, 9-hole, 8-hole, whatever. He can play all over the yard, whether it's left field, right field. He just wants to get better every day, and it shows when he comes to play. He plays with that fire and wants to get better and produce for the team.
It just seems like it's just a very common theme with a lot of these guys here. A lot of the guys that Coach Dave Solis brings in have that similar quality.
Yeah, exactly. I know I talked with them a little bit after a series against Westmont in the spring, and oh boy, Tommy.
That's going to be
Good job.
right at the
Good job.
center fielder. Good swing. It's good to see Kenlinger back in there.
Yeah, very good. I know he's been having those little nagging tightness in his hamstring, and it's glad to see him back and get some at bats before next week, and make a good run. And hopefully, I think this is I'm not going to say anything yet, but I feel like it's a good year. It's a really good year, and I think we put ourselves in a good spot for it. In the South, I think we match up really well against those other opponents, and I think we just got to play our baseball that we have been all summer and take care of the things that we can control and let those things that we can't take care of itself.
And for the Oaks, it'll be the winner of the Saints versus Riptide game on Tuesday. The Oaks will play on Wednesday. That's a home game at Spark Anderson Field. And if they're able to win that, it'll be next weekend in Sonoma, facing off the winner of the Northern Division. And that's always cool, getting to face a team from the North, because obviously we don't see those teams.
And that'll be my first trip back to the North since my first year in 21, where we went up to Lincoln, and I think we lost in the quarterfinals. We were down 5 runs in the first inning against the notorious Prune Packers, and then chipped away and tied up the game back in, I believe, the top of the 10th.
Yeah. Was that the walk-off?
Yeah, the walk-off where, we're one strike away from winning and moving on, and they hit Austin Bose from Texas A&M hit a walk-off 2-run home run to, obviously send us home. That was a fun group. That summer was really fun. I know for me, I was young, and it was my first experience playing high-level collegiate baseball at that time. Man, it was a really fun summer, especially with guys still here like Scott Radinsky, who's been with me the whole 4 years as well. Just seeing his development as time's gone on, and seeing where he's going to obviously play in the spring. St. Peter's, in New Jersey, right? New Jersey?
Yeah, correct. It's pretty wild. I mean, you talk about Scott. When you guys came in 4 years ago, Scott was a position player.
Correct.
Now he's a relief pitcher.
Yeah.
George Baker goes down on strikes. The Oaks leave a couple of base runners in the top of the second inning, but they do score one. It's 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second. You're going to be on for another half inning, Austin?
We'll see. I believe so. I like it. I think it's a good thing.
All right, so we got Austin Carrillo for one more half inning with Alejandro Hueso back on the mound. Bottom of the second inning. Alejandro Hueso back on the mound after just a 6-pitch first inning. Filled up the strike zone, throwing 5 strikes, just 1 ball. We're still joined in the booth by Austin Carrillo. Always fun when we get to have an Oaks player, but a guy like Austin who has been around the Oaks for such a long time, has had definitely pretty much been there around the Oaks as long as any Oaks player or any CCL player has probably been around any CCL team.
I believe so. The only one that comes to mind is Drew Calley from Royal Seco Saints, who was with the Saints for 4 to 5 years, I believe. His last season was obviously in 22,
I believe.
Yeah. I think he's been with the Saints since 17. Great ball player, obviously, is an Oregon grad. Man, it was fun watching him hit. It sucked that it was against us, but man, it was fun watching him hit. He can really bang, and man, the way he was able to control the strike zone as a hitter was good to watch, and I try to imitate my game off of his.
That Saints lineup in 2022 is pretty deep.
Really
Hit
deep,
some guys.
really deep. I know they had troubles pitching wise, but that hitter squad was really good. Milan does a really good job of recruiting every year with hitters, and obviously pitching this year as well. I feel like their staff this year is really good compared to previous staffs, and testament to how their success is going this season as well. They're up there. They're in a dogfight with OC tonight at OC. So I mean, they're in a good spot.
Right now, the Saints are currently tied with the Riptide. As this one's popped up behind the plate, George Baker coming back. He's got room, and
boy.
he's going to make the play. Those are always so tricky for the catcher.
Always.
Backspin. Yeah.
You just never know. Well, we talk all the time, Austin, about how it seems like you're always getting hit by a pitch.
Yeah, I was like wondering, what's your perception of that? Do you think there's anything that you've been doing different this year that's causing that, or what's your theory as to why it's so frequent?
I feel like, for the most part, I normally get hit a lot. I don't know. I've backed off the plate quite a bit as time goes on in my career. I just think that now the scouting report is to try to challenge in, and with these pitchers, sometimes they hit the spot and sometimes they miss in, which is my body. So I think that's kind of what's going on recently, where the scouting reporters just try to attack in, and pitchers kind of just miss far in, and it's usually my leg or my knee.
This one is skied into shallow left field. Going back on it is Jack Brooks. He's been primarily an outfielder, so no problem for him on the pop-up, making the play. And that's another guy, Jack Brooks. He was there with the Oaks a couple summers ago.
Correct.
And middle infielder that year, and then this year been center fielder, right fielder, he's been an outfielder.
Yeah, man, he's looking at that guy, how he's grown over those past 2 years. When I first saw him in 22 coming out of high school, man, you knew he was just going to be a good ball player. Very developed, very physical for his age coming out of high school, and being able to come in a pretty good collegiate league summer ball and produce right away. I mean, I know that he's trying to find some more ABs in the spring, and he's doing everything he can. I feel like he's gonna have a really good year this spring, and he's really gonna make his own up there.
Yeah, this one's driven into deep center field. Going back on it is Kenlinger. He's got room and makes the play, running into the fence. Well, if Tommy Kenlinger's hamstring does appear to be okay, as he makes the play, running into the fence in center field. Another 1-2-3 inning for Alejandro Hueso. 6 up, 6 down. That'll do it for us with Austin Carrillo.
Yeah, thank you guys for all your support and all your broadcasting hard work over the years. I know, I love hearing you guys in the booth and being able to, be with you guys every day and have you guys, part of the Oaks. So I appreciate you guys and appreciate what you guys do for the team and the hard work you put in for the organization. Your work doesn't go unnoticed.
Much appreciated, bro.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Look forward to watching you this week, and let's go win a ship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's
go
do
do
it.
it.
Jack Brooks leads it off for the Oaks in the top of the third inning. 2-0 the Oaks lead. 4 hits for Conejo through 2 innings. No base runners for the Barons against Alejandro Hueso. Jack Brooks fouls off the first pitch. Brooks flew out to center field his first time. Talking about it with Austin a little bit, but Jack has been a fun guy to watch develop over the last couple of years, and looking to get some more innings at the University of Oregon.
Is there always a lot of ducks on the Oaks?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Yes, it's something that's been a trend the past few years. There's always 3 or 4 guys at least. That one's in their first strike.
And some new ducks coming in. Cole Fisher going to be at Oregon this fall and spring, of course. But I mean, he told me that he's going to be up there in September. Ooh.
Foul tipped off the catcher Arroyo. Home plate umpire going out to the mound to give Arroyo some time. The Oaks have left 3 runners on base through 2 innings. No one misses high, and it goes off the glove of Arroyo and then kicks off the mask of the home plate umpire.
That one wasn't that funny.
2-2.
Only when they're in pain.
Brooks getting the start at shortstop today. He was primarily a second baseman with the Oaks 2 summers ago in 2022. This year he's been mainly an outfielder, but can still play the infield really well, and today getting the start at shortstop.
Well, Oregon's very lucky to have Jack because, as we mentioned, you could put him anywhere, but his speed makes up for everything as he gets to walk there. I mean, we talk about it when he's in center field especially. It looks like a ball that he has no chance at, and all of a sudden he's there with time.
And once again, Adam Arroyo thought that he had strike 3. Actually made the throw to third base as if he was thrown around, but it was ruled ball 4, and he has to continue to apologize to the home plate umpire because you know that's going to tick him off. Justin Rubin, he singled to left field in the first. That drove in George Baker. That was the Oaks' first run in this game. They scored another in the second. That came on a Lucas Danielwitz RBI single.
What do you think ticks off an umpire more? When a batter tries to walk to first base thinking it was a walk but it's a strike called, or when a catcher does what Adam Arroyo did right there? Or is it kind of similar?
Yeah, I'm sure they're both along the exact same lines. The two of them are just, you're not going to get the next borderline pitch that you want, you know?
I remember that famous spring training JT Realmuto when he put his glove back to get the ball,
Gosh.
and then he thought the umpire threw it to the mound.
That was wild. As the runner goes for second, Jack Brooks is in there safely.
Wow.
He's so fast.
He was there yesterday.
Sure seemed like it. The shortstop Lena went to go put the tag down, and Brooks was already in there safely. That is stolen base number 16 for Jack. Passes Tommy Kenlinger for the team lead. It's extra impressive because Brooks did join the team late. although he is climbing the leaderboard in plate appearances. Is up to 98 plate appearances on the year for Jack.
Justin was here for the whole summer, right? Maybe he got here like a week later, or maybe not opening day, but
He hits that one hard off the glove of the second baseman Ortega into right field. Ruben rounds first, he heads for second. The throw goes into second base as Jack Brooks comes in to score. It's another RBI for Justin Ruben. This will go down as a double.
another guy with an underrated 90. He was thinking two all the way out of the box.
Yeah, he's someone we've talked about with the coaching staff a little bit, but always running hard and definitely has some underrated speed. You don't think of him as one of the faster guys on the team, but he's definitely towards the top of the leaderboard in speed for this Oaks offense. From one guy that's been raking this summer to another, Nick Leahy, another good swing, looking for the gap in left center field, but Cisneros, ranging over to his right, makes the play. It's a really good swing by Nick Leahy. Once again, putting a barrel on a ball, but Cisneros runs it down.
Now hitting the left fielder, number 11, Josiah Chavez.
Now it's Josiah Chavez. He scored last inning, the Oaks' second run of the game. That was after reaching on an error. Softly a ball to second. As Ruben breaks for third, the throw goes into left field. Justin's going to come in to score. Some good base running for the Oaks. Gives them their second run of the inning and fourth of the game. Justin Ruben swipes third base. That's his 12th of the year. That's like we talked about. Got great speed.
Especially with the front door open, going for it anyways, and he was there despite the errant throw. That was what allowed him to score, but and Coach Solis talked about it. The base running, while speed could take you only so far, it's the awareness and the ball knowledge. These guys are very excellent base runners.
Chavez hits this one to third base. Colin Taylor's there to throw him out. It's out number 2.
18, Jordan Kang.
Brings up Jordan Kang. Kang singled in the second inning. Oh, there's a bullet hit past the third baseman, Taylor. Going after the first pitch here and driving it out to right field. Drifting over towards the line is Klinovsky, who makes the catch. The Oaks play 2 in the third inning. They extend the lead. It's 4-0 as we head to the bottom half. Alejandro Hueso has gone 6 up, 6 down to begin his outing. Just 15 pitches needed to get through these 2 scoreless innings. Going after the first pitch and coming up empty is Raymond Jenkins, the left fielder for the Barons. Well, Hueso has been the Oaks' closer this year. Has been really impressive, sporting a sub-3 ERA. And he gets a ground ball hit over to Nick Leahy at third base. Leahy throws out Jenkins, who's got really good speed for out number 1. So Hueso is the closer, but with this game seemingly not meaning anything for the standings, Coach Solis wants to stretch out Hueso, see how long they can get him out there. In the fall, Hueso is transferring to Cal State LA, where he, to our knowledge, is going to be a starter. And probably one of their better ones as well. So it makes sense that the Oaks want to build him up, see what he can do from a starting pitching perspective. The batter is Andy Cisneros. He's the number 8 hitter for the Barons. Been a really tough summer for him. As he hits this one hard out to right center field, Danielewicz is going to get there, and he makes the catch. Once again, a couple of quick outs for Hueso. Just 4 pitches to get these first 2 batters.
We still really haven't seen any hard contact today, I don't believe.
Ortega is now the hitter. Just a 2 for 23 start for him. He watches a fastball miss outside. That's just the 20th pitch of the game for Alejandro. This one's driven out to deep left field. Chavez takes a few steps over. He's going to have room and make the play. Another 1-2-3 inning on just 6 pitches for Alejandro Hueso, who's faced the minimum through 3. As we head to the 4th, the Oaks lead 4-0. Top of the 4th inning. It's a new pitcher for the Barons. The right-hander Maximus Berber replaces Dante Zamudio. Berber pitching for the 10th time. 27 innings. Scoring an ERA of exactly 3. Berber, another two-way guy for the Barons. Has 21 plate appearances to go along with his 27 innings on the mound. Facing 8-9-1 in this Oaks lineup. Max Audet ahead 3-0. Audet reached on the fielder's choice his last time up and was then stranded on second base. Takes a strike at the knees, 3-2. With his early season struggles, Audet has gotten the average up to 240, and it's going to keep climbing as he finds the gap in left center field. Cutting it off is Jenkins. Audet heads for second. He'll be in safely. A leadoff double for Max Audet.
Really good swing, opposite field approach. That might have been on the inner part of the plate, but he kind of slapped it the other way, just trying to stay inside the ball, and that's what you love to see from any type of hitter in lineup.
Runner on second, nobody out to begin this 4th inning for the Oaks. Lucas Danielitz has already driven in a run today. He's up there for his second at-bat. The Oaks scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and then 2 runs in the third, which has seen them jump out to a 4-0 lead. Danielitz drove in that second run back in the 2nd inning. Working as the second leadoff man today in the 9th spot. And another good swing on a ball into right center field this time. Lucas has extra bases and another RBI. He stays put on second. Back-to-back doubles for the Oaks to begin the 4th.
Trading places, both hitters going with the opposite field approach. Danielitz from the right side of the plate, right center. Audet from the left center. Things you love to see.
That's 2 RBI on the day for Lucas. A single to left center and then a double to right center. Hitting the ball all over the yard today. The Oaks already with 7 hits in this one. And none of them have come from the 1, 2, or 3 hitters in the lineup. This man, Tommy Kendlinger, up for the 3rd time today. He's 0 for 2. Kendlinger back in the starting lineup for the first time since Tuesday. That was here against the Barons. Did come out of that game early with the little nag that he's been dealing with in his lower body. That's going to be a hit, though, for Tommy. Get off me, ball, as he fights that one off the hands into center field. Danielitz gets the wave home. He slides in safely. Kendlinger heads to second. 3 straight hits to be in the 4th for the Oaks, and they lead 6-0.
And a big thank you to the center fielder for throwing home to allow Tommy just to walk to second base.
8 hits on the day now for Conejo. That's Kendlinger's first. He picks up an RBI. And it's 6-0 Oaks. The hitter now is George Baker. And he rolls one over to the right side. That's going to do the job. He's thrown out, but heading over to third is Kendlinger. A productive out for George Baker. With a runner on second and nobody out, George Baker does exactly what he needs to do, sacrificing himself, grounding over to the right side, and that allows Kendlinger to reach third. Now he's 90 feet away with just 1 out for Jack Brooks. Brooks goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. With the Kendlinger single, now every single Oaks hitter has reached base already besides Nick Leahy. And we know that Leahy's been swinging the best of everyone, so it's only a matter of time before he reaches as well. 1-1 to Brooks. Is chopped over to second base. That's going to score a run. Ortega throws out Brooks, who nearly beats it. The third run of the inning and the 7th of the game for the Oaks.
The designated hitter, number 39, Justin Rubin.
RBI ground out for Jack Brooks. That is his 12th run batted in this summer. Clears the bases for Justin Rubin. He's already driven a couple of runs today. A single and a double. His double was a smoking line drive that ricocheted off the glove of the second baseman Ortega as Justin swings hard and puts another good swing on it right at the center fielder Cisneros, who makes the play. Well, the Oaks played 3. They've now scored in all 4 innings offensively. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-0 Conejo.
Number 2, Jimmy Welcher.
Still Alejandro Hueso, who's on for his 4th inning of work. 9 up, 9 down through his first 3. And to our knowledge, this is going to be his last inning of work. Facing the top of the lineup for the 2nd time, Jimmy Welcher. No strikeouts for Alejandro first time through the lineup, but who cares when he's getting outs as efficiently as he is. Just 27 pitches through 3 innings for Hueso. Remarkably efficient, but he falls behind 2-0. If you can believe it, that's only the second 2-ball count that Hueso's seen today through 3 innings.
Wow.
1-2-2 to Klinovsky in the 2nd. Other than that, been getting quick outs. Now it's a 3-ball count. 3-0. Welcher looking to get on for the first base runner for the Barons today. And he will do just that. A 4-pitch walk. Hueso walks his first batter of the game and allows his first base runner.
Now batting number 9, Andrew Kirchner.
It's not something that's been a problem all year for Hueso. Only 4 walks in 13 2/3. He's been great in just about every single category. It's a 2.63 ERA. The whip below 1 at .87. He'll definitely be a huge pickup for Cal State LA. There's a strike. Looked like a little breaking ball. On the inside corner for strike one. This is Andrew Kirkner, the first baseman. He flew out to left, back in the first. Now he grounds on back to Hueso. Could be a double play ball on to second for one. Over to first. In time, got him. 1-6-3 goes the Oaks infield.
Now batting number 13.
And Hueso has still faced the minimum.
I thought it into existence. I was thinking about it before that pitch. Wouldn't a double play be cool? And it's just that.
Good composure by Hueso to field the ball right back at him and make sure that he fires an accurate throw over to Jack Brooks. From then, it was just about taking his time and throwing accurately over to Odd Day. Now it's the three-hitter Dylan Lena. Takes a breaking ball. Hueso at 34 pitches right now with 2 outs in the 4th inning. That one is a rocket back up the middle. First hit of the game for the Academy. Courtesy of Dylan Lena. Which doesn't feel like a big surprise given the damage that he's done to the Oaks this summer. It's the first hit of the game for the Barons. The hitter's now Jacob Klinowski. He popped up to the catcher his first time up.
By you.
Klinowski has worked the longest at bat of the day today for the Barons. 5 pitches. The only batter that's seen more than 4. Lena leads off first. Breaking ball fouled off the foot of Klinowski. 0-2. Hueso looking for his first strikeout of the day. Guy who strikes out guys at a premium, 12.5 strikeouts per 9. Fastball, high, and not a competitive pitch. Hueso with 19 strikeouts in 13 2/3 innings coming into play today. No strikeouts through 3 2/3, but not going to complain if you're the Oaks. Hueso has been ultra efficient. And he's looking for his first strikeout as this one's driven to deep right field. Danielitz goes back. He looks up. See ya. Jacob Klinowski turns on a ball and hits it over the fence in right field. That is home run number 2 on the year for Klinowski. The first time, I believe, that we've seen a home run here at the Academy this summer.
Now hitting the third baseman.
The Oaks still lead 7-2.
Taylor.
The most unfortunate part of that, honestly, is that affects the stats of Alejandro Hueso. He's been excellent today and all summer. But that is going to hurt his ERA. Still a great outing. There's a fastball blown by Colin Taylor. Hueso looking to complete 4 innings. That'd be more than we've seen him throw all year. Already got more outs today than we've seen him pitch in a single game. And he's been doing it really efficient. Hadn't allowed a hit until this inning. Had nobody on and 2 outs before Dylan Lena had that single back up the middle. And Klinowski followed with the home run. The count is 2-1 on Colin Taylor. He popped up to short as last time. Swinging and missing here is Taylor. That's something that he struggled with a lot. 42 strikeouts to lead the Barons. Foul tip off of George Baker. Not what you want to see if you're the Oaks. Baker seems to be in a good deal of pain, holding his left side.
Maybe off the side of the rib cage.
With just 2 games left in the regular season, the last thing you want to see is anybody getting hurt. Especially someone as important as George Baker. Coach Solis, with the Oaks not having a trainer today, he's out there and performing some training duties. Taking a look at George, along with the trainer for the Barons, who seems to be okay.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those where you just got to shake it off and wait for the pain to subside a little bit.
Home plate umpire laughing with Baker a little bit. As we get ready for a 2-2 pitch. Hueso still yet to pick up a strikeout.
Until now.
Shakes a few times. Him and Baker trying to get on the same page right now. Continues to shake. They just can't seem to get on the same page. Hueso finally has one that he likes. Ready for his 2-2 delivery. Breaking ball, got him. Max calls it, strike 3. As we head to the 5th with the Oaks leading 7-2. Great outing by Alejandro Hueso. Top of the 5th inning. Nick Leahy leads it off for the Oaks. He's the only member of this Oaks lineup that has yet to reach base today. Did line one at the center fielder his last time.
Wants that pitch back.
Still the right-hander Maximus Berber, who did give up 3 runs last inning. But with the summer waning down as Leahy hits this one over Lena at shortstop, and it kicks over his glove. Not sure if that kicked off of his glove or just bounced directly over.
Well, we saw that, I believe, last Tuesday with Kai Caranto. If it hits the lip at a weird angle, it goes higher than they anticipate. I do think it went off the top of his glove.
So we giving Nick a hit or an error?
I'm not sure. Let's wait for what the scoreboard does. I think they've given him a hit so far. Did we already have 8 hits?
Yeah, we already had 8 hits. They haven't.
I think they're just making the decision, but I think that's an error, to be honest with you. Even if it didn't hit his glove, like, you got to make that play.
On outside, Josiah Chavez. Chavez technically did reach, but it was on an error. Did come around to score after. It's 2-0 to Josiah. Chavez drills this one to deep right field. No doubt about this one. Way gone. An absolute bomb from Josiah Chavez. And he knew it right away.
Whole ballpark knew it.
The Oaks have now scored in 5 straight innings to begin this one. And Chavez has his first of the year.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Jordan Kang.
Well, 2 years ago, when Josiah was with the Oaks, he did leave the yard here at the MLB Academy, and now does it again. He's been a great piece for the Oaks. Kind of got him at the last second. Just his 6th game as a member of the Oaks this summer, but been very productive since he's been in there. Quickly down 0-2 is Jordan King, and he goes down on strikes. It's a good bounce back at bat from Berber, who gets a 3-pitch strikeout following the home run.
Third baseman, number 8, Max Ade.
Now Max Ade, his 3rd at bat of the game, ripped a double in the left center field gap in the 4th inning. And just to update you, they have given Nick Leahy a single.
Sweet. So now every member of the starting lineup has reached.
Ball's in the dirt. 1-1. Now the next step is just getting everybody a hit. Only ones that haven't picked up a hit yet today are George Baker and Jack Brooks. 2-1. Breaking ball inside, 3-1. Ade in a hitter's count. Look to drive something if he likes it, but it misses inside.
Royal wanted that one too.
There's been quite a few calls tonight that Arroyo hasn't been too pleased with. Not sure if Tommy Kendlinger's done, but nobody in the on-deck circle right now in what should be Kendlinger's spot.
Well, you would imagine there'd be a pinch hitter out there already, but so maybe he's just getting some stuff, or I don't know.
Lucas Daniel, what's already his 2 hits today. A single and a double, both of them driving in a run. 2 RBI for Dano. It is indeed Tommy Kendlinger heading out to the on-deck circle. Missing high, back pick, but Ade's in there easily. Arroyo trying to help out his pitcher any way he can. The thought was there, but Ade back in safely. Quick pitch, kind of. Berber barely coming set that time. Stanulitz fouls it away. Down to 1-2 on Lucas. This time it's a longer hold from Berber. Stanowitz fouls a pop-up over our heads. Lucas picked up RBI number 8 and 9 on the year today. Picked up his 4th double, his last time up. And he watches the breaking ball miss high. 2-2 to Lucas. Top of the lineup and Kemlinger waiting on deck. Not getting the call this time again is Arroyo. Count runs full, 3-2. The Barons do have some action down in the bullpen. It's the second inning of work for Berber, who walks Danielitz. Third time that Danielitz reaches in as many tries.
Center fielder, number 20.
Going to second is Audet. The Oaks have 2 men on with 1 out. Tommy Kemlinger is 1 for 3 today. Picked up an RBI single his last at-bat. He waves at a fastball to fall behind in the count. One and one. Berber is working pretty quickly, but he's had some trouble getting out of this inning. Getting a questionable strike call at the top of the zone. It's 1-2. Berber this inning has given up back-to-back singles to Leahy, single to Leahy, home run to Chavez. He got a strikeout of King, and now he gets a strikeout here of Kemlinger. Second out of the inning.
Batting the catcher, number 40, George Baker.
Now it's George Baker, along with Jack Brooks. The only 2 guys that have yet to pick up a hit today for the Oaks, although they've both reached base and both scored a run. Jack with an RBI as well on a ground out. Baker takes a big swing and comes up empty. George is 0 for 2 today. Was hit by a pitch in the first inning, in which he subsequently came around to score. Takes the pitch off the outside corner. Already the 4th at bat today for the Oaks catcher. It's a breaking ball that misses. For the Oaks in the bottom of the 5th inning, do expect a new pitcher. Believe that Alejandro Huezo's day is done after his 4 innings of work. Really good stuff from him. 2-2 to Baker is rolled foul. George stays alive on a pitcher's pitch. He's been another big addition for the Oaks. Been here a bit longer than Josiah Chavez, but certainly not the whole summer. This is game number 11 for George. Coming off of a knee surgery. Baker out of Louisville University. He's run the count full on Berber. Both runners will be on the move on the pitch. And it misses outside. Baker takes a walk. And the Oaks have loaded the bases.
Shortstop, number 6, Jack Brooks.
That brings up Jack Brooks with the bases loaded. Already an RBI today on a ground out. Has walked and scored a run as well. Going after the first pitch. Taking a good looking cut, but fouling it back is Brooks. .12 RBI for Brooks on the year. But he pops this one up, shallow left field. It's going to be a long run for Jenkins. The left fielder calls off the shortstop, Alina, at the last second to make the play. Well, the Oaks have scored in all 5 innings that they've hit. We're halfway home in this one, with Conejo leading 9-2. Yeah, they are. Bottom of the 5th inning. Alejandro Huezo's day is indeed done. 4 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout for Huezo. He's replaced in this one by the new Oak, Gabe Pankratz. And going after the first pitch and flying out to left field is Adam Royal, the catcher.
Love it.
Well, Pankratz, we mentioned him as a new Oak. Technically has been a member of the club all summer, but has been rehabbing an injury. And over the past week or so, has gotten himself healthy. Saw him make his Oaks debut last week. Went 2 scoreless innings. Started that game, actually. Today he follows Huezo as the Oaks' second pitcher. Throws a fastball at the top of the zone. Pankratz listed as 6'8". Out of Butler University. Quickly gets ahead of Raymond Jenkins 0-2. Pankratz picked up 1 strikeout in those 2 innings. Believe that came on the last batter that he faced. Jenkins lifts this one, fouling out of play. Towards the Oaks bullpen.
What do you think it's like to be 6'8"?
I really can't imagine.
Because, like, my friends that are like 6'2", 6'3", they say that everything is usually like in life like catered towards people who are under 6 foot. So even then, they like notice some like little differences where it's kind of inconvenient, like how high certain things are, like a
Right.
countertop. But
Or
I mean, what are you complaining
a
about? You're
doorway.
6'2", but
Right.
at the same time, at 6'8", that's a big difference.
0-2. Got him looking
Sword
silly.
me.
Nasty stuff from Pancratz, who picks up his first strikeout of the day.
The center fielder, number 31, Andy Cisneros.
Second strikeout on the year for Pancratz. He's retired the first 2 batters he's faced in this one.
I believe the tallest pitcher in baseball right now is Sean Jelly
Yeah.
on the Giants.
Yes. That's a hard hit ball up the middle, getting over the glove of Jordan King into center field.
I definitely think the taller a pitcher is, the bigger the disadvantages for a hitter, because it's kind of a weird angle, especially like when it looks like there's Iron Mike at 6 foot whatever, just kind of going straight down in you. I know specifically like left-handed pitchers that are like 6'5", 6'6", it's like you're seeing something just rising right out of their hand.
Well, it's also, a lot of them have pretty long strides as well. So what might say on the radar gun is 92, 93 might actually feel like 97, 98 because
They're
of how
able to
much
release it
they
closer,
are.
exactly.
Pancratz is a welcomed addition to this Oaks team that has seen them lose some pitchers, like all CCL teams. All summer ball teams, I should say. It's harder as the summer progresses to keep guys healthy. Also, have certain guys that have standards that their school has set for them.
Like an innings limit.
Yeah, exactly. The runner goes for second base. George Baker's throw is on the money. Got him. Perfect strike from George Baker, who erases the 2-out single. We head to the 6th inning. The Oaks lead 9-2.
Back here in Compton, Justin Rubin leading off for the Oaks. It'll be 4-5-6, Rubin, Leahy, and Josiah Chavez. The Oaks have scored in every single inning so far. There's a new pitcher on the mound, Marcellus Henry, out of Sonoma State. was teammates with Ethan Glassman. Glassman, of course, going to Oakland this upcoming spring. The Oaks have put up 3 straight crooked numbers, 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th. And they've scored in all 5 innings so far as we work into the 6th. On top 9-2. As Ruben reaches out, pokes this one in the shallow right center field. And there to make the catch for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 21, Nick Leahy.
Looked at you. Was it Howie Seller or was it the dugout going? Yeah, both. Dude, I can't do it.
So now Nick Leahy, one of the hottest Oaks hitters, and he slaps this one off to the right out of play. The Oaks playing in their penultimate regular season game. They're back home tomorrow against Arroyo Seco at 1 p.m. Two-one pitch is lofted in the shallow left field, and it is going to get down for a hit and roll by the left fielder Jenkins. Leahy rounding first, heading for 2. The throw goes in there, and he's in there safely with a double.
Now hitting the left fielder, number 11, Josiah Chavez.
Now Josiah Chavez, who left the yard in his last at-bat, a no-doubt home run to right field. Getting his second look since then. Chavez playing in his first full week with the Oaks since joining the team on that game against the Arroyo Seco Saints, which now does not exist. They just said that they're going to scrap it all together because I don't think it's going to matter for seeding. The Saints and the Riptide right now battling it out for the spot where they would play for the wild card, whoever has home field advantage. The MLB Academy behind those teams, I believe they've been eliminated from postseason contention here. So they're just kind of trying to finish out their season strong, but in amidst a 3-game losing streak. On the ground right side, that'll get the runner over to third base. Leahy rounds it, but Chavez is retired for 2 outs in the inning.
Well, Marcellus Henry looking to put up the first 0 of the day for the Barons. It's pretty remarkable that we're in the 6th inning and the Oaks have scored in each of the first 5. The batter is Jordan King, who takes a strike. King is 1 for 3 today. A single, fly out, and a strikeout. Swings and misses at a breaking ball. Nodding his head just a little bit now that he's seen it once. Henry making his 9th appearance. 18 innings pitched. Definitely going to need multiple innings from him if you're the Barons. Lee's on third with 2 away. 1-2. Outside 2-2. "20 hits for Henry allowed in 18 innings. 14 walks. He gets a swing and a miss of King. He goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Oaks lead 9-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Oaks lead 9-2. Gabe Pankratz on for his second inning of work after facing the minimum in the 5th, picking up a couple of outs. Then a 2-out single was erased after a caught stealing. First pitch, ground ball over to third base. Nick Leahy fires across the diamond for a quick out number 1. As we are joined in the broadcast booth by 2 special guests, our 2 awesome social media managers, Malia and Ryan.
Hi.
How's it going?
Better now that you guys are here. Well, why don't you guys tell the audience a little bit about what you guys do?
Yeah, so Malia and I, there's always at least one of us at every game. And we run the Oaks Instagram and Twitter accounts. So when you guys see like our lineups and final score and post-game interviews with the wonderful Josh and Max, those are all done by us.
And don't forget TikTok.
And TikTok.
That's right.
We know that when you guys are both here, it makes it even easier. Usually we have one of you on the Twitter, one on the Instagram, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then either of you can run the TikTok, which has become pretty fun this summer. We got any new ideas cooking?
We have one more day, so just one more
Yeah.
TikTok.
We'll have to see.
Probably going to be a Kriya's Corner.
We might have some special surprises up our sleeves for playoffs, but
Ooh.
Maybe.
we'll have to see.
We don't want to spoil them, but you guys have to tell me off the air.
Yeah,
Oh, we
maybe.
will.
We'll think about it.
So you got, what your last TikTok's going to be for the regular season? It's got to be special, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go all out.
You're
for
still
sure.
thinking about it?
Still pondering. There's a lot of before the season started, I jotted down a lot of ideas in my notes. So we've been able to do a lot of them, but there's a couple more I have.
A lot of ideas you came up with on your own, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. No inspiration at all.
Yeah. No other teams' TikToks, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. Especially not the Savannah Bananas.
Count us 3-2 inside. Have you guys ever had the chance to watch Savannah Bananas game?
No, but I want to.
I would love to, but I've heard the wait list is like multiple
It's
years.
pretty
long.
wild. Yeah, I actually got off the wait list and got a ticket, or I won a lottery or something. But we ended up selling the tickets. Couldn't go.
How dare
I
you?
could never go. I was at school. It was my family that I thought was going, and then I ended up selling the tickets.
I have a friend that played for the Savannah Bananas.
Played for them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I mean, that's different baseball. It's not
Yeah.
even baseball. It's
No.
banana ball.
It's great.
Well, after a one-out walk to Jimmy Welsher, the batter is Andrew Kirkner. And what have you guys enjoyed the most about your job this summer as the social media manager?
Just being able to work in sports and spend the summer outside at a ballpark with a bunch of great people has been a ton of fun.
I have to agree with everything you just said. That, and I really like making the edits for, like, the canvas and the graphics and stuff. That's been really fun.
Some of our viewers might not know what Canva is. Would you like to enlighten them?
Canva is basically the one-stop shop for everything graphic design. So, like all of our starting lineup and final score graphics and player of the game are all made through Canva. It's super fun, super easy to make all of those.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty easy tool to use.
Yeah, super user-friendly.
3-1 the count to Kirkner. Have you guys enjoyed interacting with the, get to be around Division I, Division II athletes? That's something you guys have enjoyed?
Yeah, it's been good. It's a good group of guys. Like, usually they're all willing to make TikToks with us. Sometimes.
For the most part,
For the
yeah.
most part, yeah.
They're pretty fun to be around, especially being one of the only girls here. They're really nice.
Any players in particular that stand out for you too?
Well, I'm still
Line drive, Ken catches it over to first, double play. The defense helping out Gabe Pankratz, a little 4-3 double play action. We head to the 7th, 9-2 Oaks.
Picture
No,
that.
no, no. That one.
We're back.
Number 8.
Final 3 innings of this one. Top of the 7th. Oaks leading 9-2. And we are still joined by our amazing social media managers, Ryan and Malia, who are just about to tell us who they've enjoyed collaborating with the most this year.
Well, in terms of making TikToks, Charlie Decker has been great all season. Always willing to help us out, and he's had a great year. So he's been super fun to be around. Super nice guy.
Yeah, Decker is definitely a fan favorite. He's what you would say is your favorite player's favorite player. As Max Audet grounds out to the right side for a quick out number 1. Malia, you got a favorite player?
I have a couple. So Charlie Decker is definitely one of my favorites, but also Landon West is probably one of the nicest people on the team. Always down to do the TikToks, always super nice,
Yeah, very friendly guy.
super friendly.
Well, Malia, you also do a little bit more because of your relationship with our boss, McKenna Solis,
Yes.
Director of Baseball Ops. So it seems like in addition to your social media roles, you're kind of like her go-to girl.
Yeah. She's anything she needs, I'm here for.
Danny, let's watch the breaking ball miss. Yeah, whatever that may be, whether it's picking up food, you know.
Picking up her, sometimes she needs a ride, so
Yeah,
I
there
take
you
her
go.
to the games sometimes.
Picking up pizza off the ground.
Yeah, the pizza off the ground.
Yeah, some DoorDashers can be clumsy.
Yeah, one DoorDasher dropped it out of his car. Me and Connor Mullen just lost it.
Popped up on the right side, drifting out of play.
I'm just picturing the DoorDash driver like driving by with the windows down and just like throwing the pizza box out like a frisbee.
He felt so bad. He felt so bad.
Thankfully, it was only one pizza, right?
It was only one piece, not even the whole pizza.
Right.
The whole pizza was
good.
fine. It was
Yeah,
just one piece.
Just one slice.
But we've had a couple crazy DoorDash stories this year.
Count is full, 3-2 on Lucas Daniewicz. He reaches for the 4th time today. Second walk for Lucas to go along with his double and single. Perfect day at the plate, reaching all 4 times for Daniewicz.
Tommy Henniger.
Brings up the top of the lineup, Tommy Kendlinger, for the 5th time today. Kendlinger is 1 for 4 coming into this plate appearance. We apologize for the laughing on the broadcast. We just did see an edit of one of our players. Not sure who created it or why, but it now exists. Kendlinger fouls off the first pitch. Breaking ball taken high, called a strike. Pickoff attempt. Danielitz is back safely. I mean, just take it off. Kendlinger goes down on strikes. Second time today that Tommy's been down swinging. It's now George Baker. His 5th plate appearance.
Now hitting the catcher, number 40, George Baker.
George has been on either the hit by pitch today and the walk. He takes a strike from Marcellus Henry. Through the first 5 innings, the Oaks didn't have a single zero offensively, but Henry entered in the 6th, picked up a 0, and then looking to pick up another here, but George Baker has other plans. He singles to right field. The Oaks have runners in the corners and 2 away. We feeling better, guys?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty wild edit.
That was
I was not expecting to see that.
That was not in my bingo cards. What?
It's Jack Brooks with runners in the corners and 2 outs. He's walked and scored a run today. A 1 for 4 day for Jack. Also an RBI ground out. Are you guys going to be traveling up to Sonoma if the Oaks are able to make the championship series?
Absolutely.
I believe so, yes.
That'll be a good time to potentially get some new TikToks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of them
Been
already.
thinking about it?
Even
Yeah.
we'd have a lot of time even on the bus to make some.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple on the bus that I want to make.
Yeah.
If you guys know any SpongeBob references, there's one specific SpongeBob one.
That'll be fun, but just got to get there first. The Oaks are playing on Wednesday against the Saints of the Riptide. That'll be a home game, as the Oaks have clinched the #1 seed in the South. Three and 1 to Jack Brooks. He's a guy, Jack Brooks, that we've talked about a lot. Really fun to watch.
Another one of my favorite players.
Really easy guy to root for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll go out of his way to say hello to you. Brooks drives this one to center field. Going back on an assist, Narrows. He's got plenty of room to make the play for out number 3. Second consecutive 0 put up by Marcellus Henry. And that'll do it for our conversation with Ryan and Malia. Thanks for joining us, guys. It was fun.
Thanks for having us.
In sync, just like you guys are on social media.
Yep.
Head to the bottom of the 7th with the Oaks leading 9-2. Gabe Pankratz is on for his 3rd inning of work. Pitched a scoreless 5th inning, facing the minimum. And then a 1-2-3-6 allows him to go out for the 7th. First pitch swinging is Dylan Lena to the new center fielder. That is Daniel Orozco.
An athlete.
We've seen him primarily as a relief pitcher for the Oaks.
Started a game too.
Been excellent on the mound. An ERA of 2.55 in 17 and 2/3 innings.
Hitting the right fielder, number
3 at bats for Orozco, but for the first time, we're seeing him defensively, and he's playing some center field.
Well, I was watching him BP today. He was swinging it. We know he's a two-way player, but it's not just like that he can hit. He's a good swing. Really nice opposite field approach, and we know he's a good athlete, clearly, as we saw right there.
Pankratz misses to Jacob Klinowski, who has the one big swing in this one for the Academy. Driving a home run. A 2-run shot over the fence in right field. That's the only 2 runs of the game for the Barons. It came back in the 4th inning. Just 3 hits for the Barons, 2 of them coming in that 4th. And then one of them, a 2-out single off Pankratz in the 5th, which was erased after George Baker threw out Cisneros trying to steal second. Count is 1-2 on Klinowski, who's now got 2 home runs on the year. It's RBIs number 5 and 6. He goes down on strikes. Kicks off the glove of Baker, so he has to throw to first in time to get Klinowski.
Pankratz reading the swing on the pitch prior to that. We saw Klinowski going after something spiked. I think that first, were those 2 fastballs right there? I know I think they were change-ups, and clearly not able to see that it's just darting way out of the zone.
That brings up Colin Taylor. Taylor 0 for 2 in this one. The lone strikeout victim of Alejandro Hueso. Takes a ball off the plate. We'll see if this is the last inning for Pankratz. Not entirely sure how many he's built up for. Went 2 innings in his first appearance. This is his 3rd inning of work today. Ugly looking swing from Taylor. That one bounced well in front of home plate. 1-2.
Dude, that's the worst swing I've ever seen.
And he swings and misses again. Same pitch, same result. Pankratz, another 1-2-3 inning, back-to-back strikeouts to end it. We head to the 8th. The Oaks leading 9-2. Top of the 8th inning. Marcellus Henry back out for his 3rd inning of work. He pitched a scoreless 6th and 7th. And now he'll be facing a pinch hitter to begin the 8th. It's Kai Caranto hitting for Justin Rubin. We're going to clean it up. Joined by a special guest in the broadcast, Mr. Connor Mullen.
Hi, everybody.
Connor, a repeated guest, but a fan favorite. Last year, Connor was the social media manager, like Ryan and Malia are this year, but now he's been in the dugout, assisting head coach Dave Solis and being in his ear and giving him all of the knowledge that Connor's gotten from his time coaching Royal High School. Head JV coach, best in the business.
Some will say that. Yep.
2-1 to Caranto. Well, Connor, you want to enlighten the audience about a little bit about what you do this year?
Well, basically, it's been a learning year for me. I show up, help out what I can, hit fungos, throw BP, and then hang out with coaches in the dugout and try and learn as much as I can. That's what I'm here for. I'm out to talk to a lot of the guys, and I'm just pricking their brains, seeing how much I can learn and seeing how much I can bring back to my program, and then I can move on or do that kind of stuff. So it's been a lot of fun, enjoying meeting all the guys and learning a bunch of new stuff that I'm looking forward to taking back to my school.
What is something in particular that sticks out to you that you've really learned?
Well, there's some pitching philosophies that I think are different, and they're the defensive positioning that we employ when there's nobody on, nobody out is a very different snapshot of what straight up positioning should look like, or it does look like across at least my level. So that's something that we look today, and we've gotten a lot of outs at outfielders because they're shifted a little bit, and that just comes from trusting the numbers and numbers we've seen in previous summers, and just employing a little bit of a shift based on the handedness of the hitter. So it's been interesting to learn that, but that's oh yeah,
Leahy, another great swing. Man, he's been swinging it well, driving one to the gap in right center field. Caranto gets the wave. He's going to score. Leahy into second with his 2nd double of the game. 3rd hit for Nick Leahy. Gosh, he's been swinging it well lately.
Yeah, I asked him during his 6-hit game. I was like, hey, baseball's pretty easy. He's like, some days it is. Sometimes it's the worst game in the world. But he seems to be having a lot of fun. Baseball probably looks like a beach ball to him. So
exactly what Josh said yesterday.
It just feels like
it's true.
Every swing's a good swing, even his outs.
Yeah, it is really impressive. Pretty funny that he just jogs into second. Hates going to third. Hates third base. That's fine.
That's chopped over to second base. Ortega is there. Yeah, for Leahy, that is now his 10th double. He does have 2 triples.
He does have 2 triples, but I think the outfielder has to fall in order for him to get there, or he has to bobble it, or So he
big fan of second base.
Big fan of second base. And then he productive out there, moving him over to third, and then they bring in infield down 8. But hey, what are you gonna do?
The infield is in, like Connor said. Jordan King gonna try to elevate. Well, you were talking about the defensive alignment for the Oaks. Is that something? Do they have scouting reports on each opposing hitter in the dugout, or is that just something that they memorize?
No, it's there we go.
That's lifted out to shallow right. It might not be deep enough to tag. Catch is made on the line. Leahy stays put.
That was a good hold by Parker there. He's going to love that when he looks back at it.
Yeah.
He's when he looks at the game tape.
Yeah.
He's going to be, yep, that was a good hold.
Yeah. Does he watch himself, Parker?
Yeah, Parker's a big, either send or go. But, it is his job at third base. But he does not look at the game tape, no.
No,
not
not
at
a big game tape guy.
No.
He trusts this guy.
Yep.
Memorizes everything.
Yeah.
Runner on third, 2 outs. Max Audet is the hitter. A double and a walk today for Max. His 5th plate appearance. taking a high strike.
Yeah, no, so back to the defensive alignment. It's just stuff that we went over in the workouts before the season started. Hey, this is where you're going to play double play depth. This is where you're going to play with our base defense. It's all based on the handedness of the hitter. So we really don't expect a backside ground ball for either side. So that's why the third baseman's over in the 5-6 hole and the shortstop's up the middle. Because we're expecting them to pull. If they beat us down the line, good for them. But really, it doesn't happen very often. Even if you look in the big leagues, it happens very, very rarely. So that's kind of what we're banking on. We can get more outs in the 5-6 hole and up the middle.
Max Audet goes down on strikes. The Oaks play one in the top of the 8th inning, extend the lead to 10-2 as we head to the bottom half. Gabe Pankratz, his day is done. New pitcher for the Oaks, Scott Radinsky. Scott Radinsky on to pitch the 8th inning for the Oaks after Gabe Pankratz goes 3 scoreless, just 1 hit allowed. 3 strikeouts for Pankratz.
First pitch strike from Scott, making his eighth appearance. He's pitched 7 2/3. It's been a rough summer, but it's been really plagued by just a couple rough outings. Currently at 11.7 walks per 9 because he had just a couple where he really couldn't find the zone. But besides that, he's had some really good outings, but those ones, of course, plaguing his ERA. On one pitch is popped up on the infield. Over is Max Audet, the first baseman, who makes the catch just in the fair territory for out number 1. Quick first out on 3 pitches from Scott Radinsky here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Number 19, Raymond Jenkins.
So it'll be Raymond Jenkins, just getting his third plate appearance today. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out to Nick Leahy at third in the third, and then struck out swinging in the fifth. Or excuse me, in the fourth, the lone strikeout of the day for Alejandro Hueso, who went 4 innings with 2 earned runs. Very nice outing for Alejandro. After Alejandro, it was Gabe Pankratz who went the next 2 and worked some really nice, effective, efficient frames. And now it's Scott Radinsky with 1 out here in the 8th. A 1 pitch is again popped up, this time in shallow center field. Orozco doesn't see it, so the right fielder, and it's going to fall in front of him. Daniel didn't see that at all, and it's going to be a base hit for Raymond Jenkins. Well, Orozco, the two-way player, is getting some sarcastic laughs from his teammates, who, of course, love him out there.
Number 31, Andy Cisneros.
So an unlucky base knock, as Jenkins is actually able to get the second base because I was in the air for so long. So it's a double, and that'll bring up Andy Cisneros. Pitch down in the dirt. Baker just backhands and kind of keeps it in front of himself for ball 1. The Oaks are undefeated against the Barons this season, and after this game concludes, will probably be undefeated on the season.
I mean, finishing undefeated against a team for an entire summer, it's got to be frustrating for the other ball club.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where baseball, it's not always where the best team wins. We know the Barons beat the Foresters a couple weeks ago.
I believe that the day before the Oaks and Barons just played on Tuesday, the Barons beat the Foresters. The Barons beat the Foresters 2-1 6 days ago. And since then, they've lost 3 in a row and in danger of losing their 4th straight.
The Oaks effect.
Yeah. 3-0 the count now to Cisneros. Rio delivery misses high. Two on, 1 out.
Now hitting the second baseman, number 16, Efren Ortega.
Looking for a double play ball now, Radinsky is. He's got Ortega, the hitter, with 1 out. That misses high. Just got to throw strikes right now if you're Rad. Oaks leading 10-2. Scott got off to a rough start this summer, but he's been better as of late. His problem is when he loses command of the strike zone, but when he's limiting the walks, that's when you know he's going right. There's a good pitch. Fouled back. The Oaks with 13 hits, 10 runs in this one. Scoring every run offensive and every inning offensively, besides the 6th and the 7th. Radinsky's 2-1 is lifted out to right field. Daniewicz doesn't have to move. He makes the catch. Tagging to third. The throw comes all the way through. Getting there safely is Jenkins. Runners at the corners and 2 outs.
Now hitting the designated hitter, number 2, Jimmy Welcher.
Sounds like a veteran with PTSD.
First and third, 2 out for Jimmy Welcher. The leadoff man for the Barons, batting for the 4th time today. Welcher with a walk in this one. 0 for 2. Primarily a relief pitcher for the Barons is Welsher. Been the DH this past week. Welsher up to 8 plate appearances. 2 for 6, 2 singles. Takes a strike. Welsher has been one of the best relievers for the Barons this year. ERA of 3.57, 17 2/3 innings pitched. But with the Barons losing players left and right, Welsher has been the designated hitter. Count is even out 1. Good pitch from Rudinsky, but Welsher lays off. A 2-1 to Welsher. It's chop foul. 2-2. Rudinsky looking for his first strikeout of the outing. And he gets it. Really good pitch from Rudinsky, who pitches a scoreless 8th inning. We've reached the 9th here at the MLB Youth Academy. Oaks leading 10-2. We've hit the 9th inning of this one. Lucas Danielewicz leads things off for the Oaks. He's 2 for 2 today. 2 RBI. A double, a single, and 2 walks for Lucas. He's quickly behind 0-2 to the new pitcher, Shamir Marshall. Danielewicz goes down on 3 pitches. Marshall goes 3 fastballs. Gets Lucas swinging. Brings up Daniel Orozco for the first time today. 4th time this season. Orozco fouls that one away. These are always the moments that'll fire up a dugout. Seeing one of your pitchers getting that bat. 4th time that Daniel hits this summer. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. It's a tough lefty-lefty matchup. Marshall loses control of that one and misses high. Orozco, 2.55 ERA and 17 2/3 innings on the mound. 19 strikeouts for Daniel pitching. Now he's in the batter's box as a hitter, with the Oaks ahead 10-2. They've scored in every inning except for the 6th and the 7th. That one hits Daniel. Fires up the Oaks dugout.
Flush in the back. He took it like a champ.
Kind of smiling a little bit too as he looked toward the dugout. First time that he reaches base. Now he gets to run the bases. George Baker now. 6th time for George today. He's been on base 3 times. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a single. Tardy on that fastball.
Good velocity here, I'd say. Definitely a different look than what the Oaks have seen all day. So when you see this in the 9th, and we know hitting's harder is at night, where you're only illuminated by artificial light, definitely kind of difficult.
Marshall, the first left-hander that the Barons have thrown today. Not only from the left side, but also seems to be a bit firmer. That one hits George. Off his helmet and then his bat, I believe.
Or his neck.
And the Barons are arguing that it hit his bat, but first it hit his back and then off the bat. So he should get first base. Yeah, is that neck area. Like kind of between his helmet and his back. They're going to run for him.
Well, 3 lefties in a row. As Mario Franco will be the pinch runner for George Baker. You love to see it.
Absolutely love to see it. Mark this under things that you love to see. Mario Franco, pinch running for George Baker. A lot of cheers from this Oaks dugout.
I love quick outs. I love Oaks wins. And I love it when Mario Franco gets in the game. Those are 3 things that I love to see. There's definitely some more, but
Mario talking to some of the guys in the dugout. They're giving him some advice. Guy who works incredibly hard for the team, Mario Franco. The bullpen catcher for the Oaks. Added to the active roster recently. And getting a chance to run the bases. We saw it the other day in Pasadena. Pinch ran. Same thing for George Baker. Wound up coming around to score, but then didn't get a pinch hit at bat.
this is definitely not a comfortable bat for Jack Brooks. We saw how the 2 other lefties at bats resulted, and then gets greeted by a first pitch fastball that almost hit him. I definitely don't think that he is too keen to as he keeps going inside. I'm there for a strike, though, but I'm happy I'm not in the box.
Up and in again. Yeah, that's cannot be comfortable. Brooks fouls it back. 2-2. Jack today, a walk and an RBI. But the only Oaks hitter that hasn't picked up a hit in today's contest. He's got a Roscoe on second and Franco on first. Imagine saying that just last week. It's a pitcher on second base and their bullpen catcher at first.
Beautiful game, baseball is a beautiful game.
Yeah, and that fires up the Oaks dugout. 2-2. Outside. Counts full. Kai Caranto on deck. With the 3-2 coming to Jack Brooks. Got him looking. Generous strike 3 call in the outside corner.
Now hitting number 7.
The umpires tell both sides to knock it off. Oaks dugout a little confused because they don't know why it was both sides. Both sides just got a warning. I don't know what happened. The umpires, second base umpire said, keep it within your own side. And the home plate umpire warned both teams.
Well, with the way that we've seen this ending turn out, if another lefty comes up, he might get tossed on the mound considering he's throwing a lot of balls up and in to the left-handed batter's box.
Well, that could also be part of what's frustrating the Oaks. A couple guys getting a hit. Kai Caranto, the hitter, his second at-bat of the day, takes a ball. He walked and came around to score last inning. Replacing Justin Rubin in this one as the designated hitter. Kai been nursing a shoulder injury, so hasn't been able to play the field lately. And he pops this one up on the infield. The second baseman Ortega calls and makes the catch. The Oaks strand 2 runners on the bases. We head to the bottom half of the 9th. Closing time. 10-2, the Oaks lead. If you're a member of the Oaks organization or a fan of the Oaks, this just has to absolutely fire you up. In the game catching is Mario Franco, bullpen catcher for the Oaks, who is beloved by every single member of this Oaks organization. And it is awesome to see him get some game time. Mario, a graduate from Rio Mesa High School, going to be playing some college ball for Dave Solis at Ventura College beginning in the fall. Getting his first game action behind the plate of this CCL campaign.
Things you love to see.
His first official collegiate action for Mario Franco. Still Scott Radinsky. He pitched the 8th inning. This is a shot in the right field for a base hit. Kirkner's on. And it's especially cool for Mario as well. He does get to call pitches here with the Oaks. So in full control of the game.
Oh my goodness, I want to see Kirkner try to steal.
Well, they're not even holding him on is the thing.
Oh, please do it.
So they're just going to give up the stolen base.
They got to cover. Please.
This one is driven out to left field off the bat of Lena. Josiah Chavez takes a few steps back, and he makes the catch for out number 1. In a game where the Oaks have 10 runs and 13 hits, including a 2-run homer, I don't think the dugout has been more fired up than when Mario Franco entered.
Nope.
And that just goes to show you, first off, how great of a guy Mario is,
Of course.
but also just how tight-knit this group of guys are. We were talking about a little bit with Austin Carrillo when he was on the broadcast, but the players on this team have that bond with one another. We see it during their pregame stretching. Everything that they do as a team. And it's no surprise to see them backing Mario, who they know works just as hard, if not harder, than every single guy out here. There goes Kirkner. Franco has no chance to get him with the jump that he got. No throw.
Ah, he got a good jump. Not Mario's fault whatsoever.
No, nothing he can do. Which is why he held the ball. See? Smart play.
Well, he's going to go to third because Nick Leahy's in the shift, so he's just going to walk to third right here. Would that be considered defensive indifference, what we saw before that right there?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't he go right away? I mean, clearly, at least to third base.
3-0 to Klinowski. A home run today. That was a 2-run shot back in the 4th. The only 2 runs of the game for the Barons. There you go, Max. Radinsky fires home and misses for ball 4. Taking third base before the pitch was Kirkner. So it looked like the Barons, well, everyone was expecting Scott Radinsky to step off, but he didn't need to.
It wouldn't matter because Nick Leahy's in between, so unless he wants to run over to the bag himself.
Yeah, no need. Which Scott knew, and he just came home. Still not holding the runner on first, Klinowski, with runners in the corners. He's going to get a great jump and swipe second base. Maybe Mario unleash a throw just to show off the cannon.
I'd love to see that.
There he goes. Great jump. Foul tipped off of Franco. And he's ate it like a champ. Colin Taylor's 0 for 3 today. A strikeout victim. Radinsky just a ground ball away from this game ending. Although with the runner on the move, could be hard to get him at second. That one hits Taylor. Barely off of his left arm. That seemed to be a little bit over the plate or close to it.
Because both sides were worn technically, couldn't they warrant an injection there? Of course, it wasn't intentional, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
because a warning means that if they get hit, then you're supposed to eject somebody.
But clearly no intent. Good stop by Mario. Pitch was well high, and Franco had to jump to make that play.
Like a leapfrog.
Athlete. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Oaks lead is 10-2. Scott Radinsky falls behind Arroyo 2-0. Nowhere to put Arroyo, but with an 8-run cushion, just got to throw strikes. The Oaks have sent down a reliever just in case. Arroyo comes up swinging and missing. Still just 1 pitch away. The force at any base. Oaks looking for a ground ball, double play. Arroyo fouls it into the Barons dugout. Nice play made by the pitcher, Shamir Marshall. Count is even at 2. Radinsky struck out Welcher to end the 8th inning. His only strikeout of this. Missing outside, 3-2. Payoff pitch with nowhere to put him. Left fielder Jenkins is waiting on deck. Radinsky ready to go for his payoff. Got him.
By you.
There, boy, Mario. Foul tipped into the glove.
Hangs on.
Good hands. 2 out. Raymond Jenkins, last hope for the Barons. He is a double on this one. 1 for 3. Oaks looking to pick up the season sweep of the Academy Barons. First pitch misses high. A win today would officially clinch the best record overall between the South and North Division for the Oaks. Just been a heck of a summer all around. Radinsky gets a swing and miss. Assuming they hold on, that'll be 2 in a row for the Oaks. And 5 of their last 6, with 1 more to play tomorrow. On the corner, strike 2. Radinsky now 1 strike away. The entire Oaks dugout is on their feet. As the 1-2 comes home. Misses outside. Tomorrow, the Oaks take on the Arroyo Seco Saints in their final game of the season. That's a home game at Sparky Anderson Field. 2-2. Misses just high. Count runs full. Waiting on deck is Andy Cisneros. Payoff pitch on its way from Scott Radinsky. Got him. Great frame by Mario. And the Oaks win 10-2. A dominating victory for the Oaks, who scored in the first 5 innings of this one. They got 1 in each of the first 2, then 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 in the 8th for Conejo to win this one 10-2. It was 10 runs on 13 hits and no errors for the Oaks, 2 runs on 5 hits, and an error for the Barons. Their season series is now wrapped up with the Oaks taking every single contest and improving to 25-10 on the CCL season. Final game of the regular season is tomorrow for the Oaks. It's a home game at Spark Anderson Field against the Arroyo Seco Saints. For all of us with the Conejo Oaks broadcast crew, Max Schwartzberg, and our variety of guests today, I'm Josh Mechanic, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow.